Yes. Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, once again with video number 2 on your now Monday evening, getting close to Monday night, June the 2nd, 2025. Thank you all for watching right here once again on the main, channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below, on this very channel and my other channels as well. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything, because if you do, you're pretty much SOL. You better know what that means by now, because I'm not repeating it. And if you're brand new here for the first time, well, welcome to the party. Grab yourself a cold one, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great, go suck my dick. Because your girlfriends and your moms love to do it. It's a proven fact. Because you're all jealous because you can't do it yourself. You can't do videos like I do by myself. So, because I don't swing that way, and I don't let anybody smoke, anybody touch the D except for the missus and, your moms and girlfriends. And that's pretty much it. And my Asians, of course, too. So if you don't like it, tough shit. Let me move on with that. Alright, we got Monday Night Raw coming up in a little bit on Netflix. Should be a good show with let's go home show before this Saturday night Money in the Bank pay-per-view. We got some good stuff coming up. We got Liv Morgan, Ivy Nile, and the Raw debut of Stephanie Verkur in the final Money in the Bank ladder match for the women. And on the men's side, we got CM Punk, AJ Styles, and El Grande Americano. That's Chad Gable, once again. He gets another shot, his second shot, but under a mask. So we'll see what happens with that. We got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I think they're taking on Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. That should be interesting. So we shall see what happens with all that, that good stuff, and that's it. We will move on from there. Alright, really quickly, as we head into Monday Night Raw, really quickly, check out my SmackDown review. It'll be up by the time Raw goes on the air, so check that out. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook, or just go back a video. That's that. Alright, it is time for your late and out-of-date TNA Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor reviews for this past Thursday night, May the 29th, 2025. Alright, we're going to start off, as always, with a live edition of, I believe it was a live edition of Impact. Pretty good show from the CA8 Center in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. And as always, our commentary team of Tom Phillips and Aiden English, Matthew Waywalt. Alright, so this is the aftermath of Under Siege, now on the road to this Friday night's next event against all odds. Well, lots of stuff happening with the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion Trick Willie Shamon. And we got him. He's got to defend the TNA title against Mike Santana tomorrow at NXT. He's going to be fighting at Under Siege, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of it. That shit. Alright, so anyway, we started with a recap of Trick Willie winning the TNA title at Battleground. So then we, commentary works on the show. Not that there was a big, "We are live!" They're like, "Oh, welcome to Impact, how you doing?" Well, show some passion, for God's sakes. Like they just came off the bus or the plane or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, so we start off with the first match of the night, the Rascals, Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel. They take on First Class AJ Flop Dollar Francis and Casey Navarro. They take on the Aztec Warriors, Laredo Kid and, who was it? I forget his tag team partner. Let me see what I have it in my notes. I know it was Laredo Kid and I forget who else, but anyway, it was supposed to be Octagon Jr., but he got attacked by the system early in the show, and he's not gonna. He was supposed to be in that 6-man tag team match against Legado at Rose Collide, but he is injured. He is now been taken out. I think Psycho Clan's in his place or somebody, or Pagano or whoever. Anyway, so they take on. Speaking of the system, we got the system, and this is for a tag team title shot at against all odds against the Nemeth brothers, Ryan and Nick. So pretty good match, and the Rascals get the win after Trey Miguel hits a Meteor on Flop Dollar. As he stole the pin from the Laredo Kid. Oh, they ain't gonna sit well with them. But they get the win, so we see what happens this Friday night at Against All Odds with the Rascals against the Nemeths for the tag team belts. I think the Nemeth brothers are going to retain, obviously. I think that there's going to be a showdown at Slammiversary with Matt and Jeff Hardy, probably their final actual maybe match to get the titles back. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but we move on. Good match. Alright, then we see the Nemeths still already in the back. There we see that. During the break, Flop Dollar starts yelling at Casey Navarro for, being stupid and for them losing, and then he gets into an argument with Mike Santana, and they start brawling, and I think they have a match coming up this week on Impact, or it's going to Against All Odds. I forget. Who cares? We move on. Alright, then we get a video introducing the newcomers to TNA, Myla Grace and Harley Hudson, who are ready to prove themselves, make an impact, no pun intended. They had a match with Explosion, the fans loved it, and I got a TNA contract out of that. And then George the Iceman pops in to ask, hey, where's Santino Malala? Who's with Zaya Brookside, watching that little interview, and the newcomers start laughing at him. Well, sucks to be you, Georgie. Well, we move on with that. Alright, then we had Raj Singh, or used to be Champagne Singh, now his real name. Raj Singh takes on Mustafa Ali with the rest of the cabinet, now known as Order 4, with him. Thanks to the Great Hands, they get involved. I think it's Skylar and Hotch. They get involved, and what was it? Prince Ali, war. Mustafa Ali drops the 450 and gets the win in under 3 minutes. Did I say under 3 minutes? And that's that. After the match, Mustafa Ali starts yelling at his entire group until the Great Hand, Skylar and Hodge, beat the fuck out of Raj Singh some more. Why not? You didn't do a good job! Who cares? Then we get that. Alright, then we get Oriana Grace, Santino's hot daughter. She's worried about the mixed tag team match coming up, but her daddy Santino says it's gonna be great. We team up together. Yeah, yes. Oh, Santino Malala, you son of a gun. And then, my good buddy Jimmy Corderas, who lives in the Ontario, Canada area, he's gonna be the guest referee. So good job, Jimmy. Dusting off that. He's dusting off his referee suit and pants and shoes and all that shit. Great to see him. Good to see. A legend who should be in the Hall of Fame. But there is no referee Hall of Fame. Don't get me started. We get that. Alright, moving on. Alright, there we have Ash by Elegance with George the Iceman at ringside. She takes on Xia Li. And Xia Li, comes out. She's been, kind of dealing with my girl Rosemary and, helping out her bestie, the other Xia, Brookside. So, Xia Li gets the win after a spinning torture rack neck breaker. That's a mouthful. That's what she said. So, Xia Li gets the win in just under 6 minutes. And we move on. Show wasn't that bad. And then, after the match, the Knockouts champion Masha Slamovich comes in and says, hey, Xia Li, you want a title shot at Against All Odds? You got it. So that's going to happen at Against All Odds. Obviously, Masha's going to retain. Obviously. Because I think she'll probably lose it at Slammiversary to probably Tessa Blanchard. Who knows? Who cares? But we move on with that. Alright, then we're going to look at Trick Willie winning the TNA World title once again, plus what happened on NXT. Then we're going to look at Mike Santana beating Tavion Heights in his NXT debut, and then challenging Trick Willie for that TNA title. It's going to happen tomorrow night on NXT Live. It's going to be great, but I don't think Mike Santana might win it. I mean, we'll see. If he doesn't win it, I think he's going to win it at Slammiversary. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of Trick Willie, he doesn't like Brampton, so he's not even in the country. But instead, he's going to beat Mike Santana to keep the belt. Well, obviously. Sweet to the point for the champ. We move on. Alright, then we got Mance Warner with his hot wife, Stephanie DeLander. He takes on some guy named Bryce Hanson, probably some indie darling from Canada. Beats the fuck out of him with an implant DDT in under 3 minutes. Did I say under 3 minutes? Let me get that. And then after the match, Stephanie DeLander says that her husband wants a shot at the Intercontinental title that Steve Macklin has. So, we got that. Alright, then we see Zaya Brookside going berserk and attacking my demon assassin, my demon bride, the co-founder of the Prophecy, Rosemary, and Under Siege. Kind of tapping into that dark side. We'll get you, my pretty. And your little dog, too. No. I don't know if she has a dog, but... Bingo! No. Not gonna go there. Alright, so then we see Rosemary in an epic fucking promo video. She's happy that Zaya finally seen the dark, not the light. She tapped into that dark side. So she invites Zaya Brookside to a certain match called Monsters Ball. And I already saw it's gonna happen I think it's happening this Thursday, or at Against All Odds. It's not pretty. Not pretty. Not bloody, I'm talking about, but it's just, you know. You know how it is. You know how it is with Rosemary. Because all these great promos, and then nothing! So we get that. Alright, then we get to that mixed tag team match, and Tina Marletta and Ariana Grace taking on Robbie E. Who comes out with Alicia Fox, otherwise known as her real name, Victoria Crawford, and Tessa Blanchard. And Alicia Edwards is the guest enforcer referee. I think, Jimmy Corderas is the regular referee. And the Cobra is banned. That sucks. Alright, so we get to the match. Match wasn't great. 6.5 minute match. Back and forth they went. Jimmy Corderas gets sent into Santino. You knew that was coming. Jimmy Corderas is what, like 60 years old? I don't know how old he is, but he's a great guy. He gets sent into the barricade, and then Alicia Fox with an axe kick, this time it actually was good, on Ariana Grace, which allows Robbie E. to get the pin, and Alicia Edwards, who was the enforcer, 1, 2, 3. So Robbie E. and Victoria Crawford. I thought it was Tessa, but Tessa was at ringside, I guess. So Robbie E. and Alicia Fox get the win. And it sucked. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. We move on. Alright, then we get members of the local government in Ontario, Canada, like the Mounties are there. They help EY, Eric Young, pin Moose at Under Siege. And then EY with the Northern Armory. He wants since he beat Moose at Under Siege, he wants the X Division title. So Moose says, alright, I'll allow it. He's gonna go talk to Santino, who basically gave it to him. So, no, we'll go with that. Alright, then we have Heather by Elegance, Heather Reckless with George the Iceman. They introduce M by Elegance, Maggie Lee, after she got a makeover. She looked amazing. Oof. And then, they're popping champagne, like, oh, this is great, blah, blah, blah. And then Myla Grace and Harley Hudson come out, say, hey, we want to earn some respect, too. So then they throw some champagne on Maggie Lee, mess up her good looks and everything. She's like, fucking champagne on me, I messed up my dress, you bitch! So I guess we're gonna get, I don't know what we're gonna get. I'm thinking maybe Ash and Heather defend the Knockouts tag team belts against Myla and Harley. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we're going to run down for Against All Odds. Elijah gets a world title shot. That's nice. And they're not going to win, obviously, but we get that. Alright, then we go to the, I think this is the final match of the night, or near the end. We get another match. For the Intercontinental title, Steve Macklin defense against Woo Woo Woo! You blew it, Mr. Matt fucking Cardona. This was actually good. So we get that, and it was a good match. Near the end, Macklin hits the jar headbutt for a near fall, and then Cardona comes back, but I'm prettier. That's for a near fall. He hits radio silence. Oh, radio, tell me everything you know. Blah, blah, blah. He gets that for a near fall, but then Steve Macklin ties him to the tree of, whoa, hits that running shoulder block. Then it's pretty much all over, but the shouting picks up Matt fucking Cardona, hits the KIA 1, 2, 3 in under 16 minutes to retain the belt. And that's it. We move on. Alright, that was the main event. And then we see Mike Santana with another promo. He's all ready to win the TNA World title tomorrow night on NXT. So we got that. Alright, we move on. So it wasn't a bad show from TNA, and I give it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars, and that's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, now, we got the Ring of Honor, which wasn't bad either this past Thursday. So, once again, from the Masonic Temple Theater, that lovely theater in Detroit Rock City, Detroit, Michigan. And once again, our commentary team, Ian, Rick, Boring, and my good friend, the Pastor, Caprice Coleman. Alright, we're still getting closer to that women's pure wrestling title tournament. Don't know when it starts. Really don't know who's in it. We have some names like Taya Valkyrie, Deonna Purrazzo, Queen Amanada, Serena Deeb, Billy Starks. I don't know who else. I mean, start the goddamn tournament already. It's getting boring. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so we start with the opening sequence, running down the card. And our first match of the night, the ladies. We got Trish Adora of the Infantry with Golibaro and the captain. Sean Dean. I didn't even see, Mr. Shane Taylor and the pure champion. We haven't seen him since Final Battle. That's Lee Moriarty. I don't know if he's heard or what's going on with them. Tony Khan booking. It was a decent match. Trish Adora gets, she takes on La Catalina, who is the #1 contender to, who's she fighting? I think Athena? I think it's Athena. Well, we move on with that. La Catalina get the win after she slips down into an electric chair, followed by a top rope Eddie Galero Desi splash for the win in 7 minutes. And then after the match, hey, Code of Honor, you love to see it. You don't see that a lot, but you love to see it. Right, move on. Alright, then we get Taya Valkyrie bragging about her star power, calls the women's pure title tournament a casting call for the main character, which is her. Well, she might win it, she might not. I still think they might give it to Billy Starks, but we'll see. Alright, then we get to the Tony Khan specials of the night. Lance Archer, everybody dies! Well, he killed some guy named Diego Hill in 2 minutes! And, hey, we got a little blood as Lance Archer's nose was busted wide open, maybe a broken nose. But, yeah, he won with a standing sharpshooter. That's something you don't see every day from a big man like him. But, yeah, Lance Archer gets the win, 2 minutes. And then after the match, he gives this Hammenager, Diego Hill, the blackout for added bonus. Thanks for coming. We move on. Alright, then next week, this Thursday, we got the return of the Forever Women's Champion, getting close to 1,000 days, and that's my girl Athena. So, hopefully we'll see her in person. We don't know. Maybe a video promo. I don't know. She's still a champ until probably Supercard. Who she faces? Probably La Catalina. So, she might finally lose that belt, but I doubt it. I doubt La Catalina, of all people, wins that belt. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to the Dean Rasmussen Tribute Show, which is co-promoted with Action Wrestling, which I think just came out. So we saw that. That was pretty nice. Alright, then, speaking of Lee Moriarty, where have you been? He finally shows up. He puts the title on the line against this guy named Matt Mako, or Mako. Mako? Better get Mako. I don't know. Pure Rules, was this a Pure Rules match? I think it was a Pure Rules match. It was a 10-minute match. Lee Moriarty retained the title after another border stretch with a foot on Matt Mako's face, and basically he tapped out, and that's it. And then after the match, once again, Code of Honor. You love to see that. So, finally, Lee Moriarty, since Final Battle, freaking, defends that belt. And what do you know? 4 months, 4 or 5 months off, he retains the belt, and he continues on as, pure champ. And what are you gonna do? You move on. And that was from the Dean Rasmussen show. And then we got another match from that show. It is a 10-man, I think it was a, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 10-man tag team luchador match. We had Blue Panther, Hologram, Neon, Valiente, and Virus. I guess you say Virus. It's Virus. Cyrus the Virus? No. Virus, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. They take on Aveno, Dr. Cerebro, Dr. X, no, not him. Dr. Cerebro, Euphoria, spelled differently, Volador Jr., who we'll see this weekend, and, I'm gonna have a, Zalhua. Hey, do you know who Zalhua is? I never seen that essay in my life! Ay, ay, ay! You know Osito, though, right? Ah! Okay. Moving on. This was a pretty good Lucha Libre match. Less than 9, actually it was a elimination match. So the first one out was, Zalhua. He tapped out after Virus sliced up the arms and neck. Ow. Look at that. And then, almost 4 minutes later, Valiente comes in, tries to take Volador Jr. down, but gets caught with a backstabber, Gordito style, and, he gone. And then after that, Hologram gets the pin on Euphoria, and we're all tied up. I was like, this is like a 5-on, I don't know what it is. Blue Panther comes in, gets rolled up by a Dr. Cerebro, but, Blue Panther stacks him up for the pin to eliminate him. And then, right after that, Aveno comes in and hits a super pedigree. Are we talking about, the Pepsi plunge? Somebody called CM Punk. So he gone. So it's down to Hologram and Blue Panther taking on Aveno and Volador Jr. And basically it turns out to be a tag team match. I don't know how you get it from a 10-man tag team match down to a regular tag team match. I don't get that. Oh, it's a double pin. That's why I didn't read my notes. Alright, so we get Blue Panther and Hologram. They get the win with a Cradle Torture Rack Bomb. And they stack them up, pin both of them, and the match lasted just under 24 minutes. And that's pretty much it. Good match, though. Good match. You love to see the luchadors. That's that. Alright, then we go back to the actual Ring of Honor show. And we're going to look at the Hurt Syndicate. We hurt people. Beating the shit out of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. And we're going to hear from the Hurt Syndicate this Wednesday night at Fyter Fest. I wonder what they're going to say. Especially what some guy named Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, has to say. By the way, happy birthday to his so-called hot girlfriend, Alicia Atout, who should be with me instead of him. Just saying, if you want to be with Micro Penis, go ahead. But if you want to be with El Grande Dick, that's me. But, just call me Alicia, You get more than you bargained for with me instead of small package Mr. Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. But we move on. Alright, back to the Tony Khan specials we go. After all that, after good stuff, we go back to horrible stuff. Satnam Singh, the Jolly Green Giant, takes on a good friend of mine, Facade. No, Danny Luna was not there. Oh, no, not Danny Luna. What was her name? I forgot her name. She's always with him, but she wasn't there. But anyway, Facade got his ass kicked in basically 3.5 minutes. Did I say 3.5 minutes? So yeah, Satnam Singh gets the win. Yeah, good to see Facade. Nothing wrong with the guy. You know, he hangs around the New York indie scene once in a while with his, his wife. I think it's his wife or his girlfriend. I don't know who she is. I think it's Danny Luna. Not Danny L. I think it's Danny something. I think it's Danny Luna. I keep forgetting. But anyway, we move on with that. Alright, then we get a look at Hologram and Bandito's team winning an 8-man tag on the pre-show of Double or Nothing. Whoopsie-doo, goddamn do. Speaking of that, Hologram teams up with Detroit's own Rhino, and they beat the fuck out of Frat House. That, Griff Garrison, and I think, Cole Carter, 2 times. He's back from the dead and basically got killed again. Because, Hologram hits a flippy-dippity-doo, and then Rhino gores the... Gore! Gores the ever-loving shit out of Griff Garrison. They win in a little over 7.5 minutes, so there you get that. And that was the main event. God forbid it was the main event. Oy, oy, oy. It's like, this show is all over the place. Like, random matches, garbage as fuck squash matches. Once in a while, you get a title match. It's like, it's good-ish to great. Not all the time, but, that's what it is. That's what you bargain for when you have Honor Club and you watch Ring of Honor religiously like I do, but it is what it is. But the show was alright. 6.5 out of 10 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to go to Raw. Already missing 8 minutes of Raw. Don't really care. Not really caring about this week's edition of Raw. And that's pretty much it. So I'm out of here. I will see you guys later for my Raw review. So, triple threat right here on the channel. 3 straight videos. Lots of content to get through. So, watch all 3 of them. And if not, you suck. And that's it. I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. If you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's that. Until next time, go fuck yourselves. Peace.